Okay, let's try this video to look at number 24, which is asking us to find not the tangent of 5 pi over 3, but a negative 5 pi over 3. So let's first of all talk about this blank unit circle that we have. That's pi over 6, and that's 45 degrees of pi over 4, and that's pi over 3, pi halves. Started off at 0, and this is going to be 2 pi over 3, and 3 pi over 4, and we have what? 5 pi over 6, and we have pi going this direction. Anyway, we could continue to count all the way across, but what I'd like to talk about is the negative measurement. So negative measurements are going to count very similar. We have negative pi over 6 if we're going in this direction, and we have a negative pi over 4, and we have a negative pi over 3, and negative pi over 2, and you can see the pattern will continue all along. Now, let's go ahead and build the rest of the positives. 7 pi over 6, and this is 5 pi over 4, and this would be a positive 7 pi over 4, and this one is 4 pi over 3, and which one do we not have? Oh, we don't have 5 pi over 3, whoops, it's actually this one, sorry, 5 pi over 3, and finally this last one, change colors back, this one is 11 pi over 6. Okay, so I think we kind of look at these graphs here. You can see that if you're counting by pi over 6, that's 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6 would take me right here to this pi over 3, 3 pi over 6 is a half, 4 pi over 6 reduces to 2/3, and 5 pi over 6, 6 over 6 pi takes me here, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6 would reduce right here to 4 pi over 3, counting by 6s, 9 pi over 6 would take me here, which is 3 pi over 2, and 10 pi over 6 would reduce to 5 pi over 3, and then of course here we're at back to 11 pi over 6. So it's just a matter of counting by the denominator's increment and then reducing the fraction, and if you can reduce it, then it's not going to be your pi over 6 increment. So anyway, hopefully that lengthy explanation made a little sense to you. So basically, where are we? When we do a negative 5 pi over 3, since tangent is y over x, and in this quadrant, well, the x-coordinate is positive, which is on the bottom, and the y-coordinate is negative, so we know that our tangent is going to end up being a negative answer. So we simply use our hand trick, and we, whoops, I certainly made a mistake right there. Where is a negative 5 pi over 3? So if this is a negative pi over 3, negative 2 pi over 3 would be here, negative 3 over 3 pi is here, negative 4 pi over 3 will be right here, and negative 5 pi over 3 actually puts me right here. So kind of makes sense if you think about it. If you had one more pi over 3, you would have a negative 6 pi over 3, which is a full revolution in the negative direction. So tangent in this quadrant is going to be positive. So we simply use our hand trick, which says you find your finger that corresponds to the pi over 3, which is your index finger, and you flip your hand over, and then it becomes the square root of your upper fingers divided by your square root of your lower fingers. So if you flip your hand over, you have a square root of 3 over the square root of 1, which reduces to square root of 3. So finally, after this lengthy discussion, we have the tangent of negative 5 pi over 3 is equal to the square root of 3. Okay, hopefully that helped you a little bit.